We'll just wait for a minute and we'll start exactly at 8:34 Indian time. Hello, once again, welcome to another episode of Happy with Sam live series. Yesterday, we had a discussion about emotional regulation, how it is important for us, what exactly is emotional regulation. We delved a little into it and tried to understand more about it. And today, in the second episode, we'll be discussing a little bit about body language and how that plays an important role. Body language is something which we have heard a long time for a long time, and we have heard about it many times. In simple words, body language is basically the language of the body, like how we use language for communication, what we speak, the different words that we utter, how that plays a role in understanding and communication, the language that the body speaks, the way we present ourselves, the way we move our hands, the way we interact, the facial expressions, all these things are a part of body language. And that actually plays a huge role in our day to day communication. And how does that relate to emotional regulation? Like how I mentioned in the Zoom chat, the live description. Emotions are basically our expressions. We many times feel that it's just the words that we use to express, but it's not just that. There's a lot more to it. Simple thing. How are you? How are you might just be a set of words with a different body language. Things can completely change. Uh, Another thing which we can relate with is I am sorry. So there's a way we put across this I'm sorry, though it's the same three words or the same two words. The way we put this across has a huge impact. There are cases where people are like, the moment something happens and they need to apologize, they're like, sorry, sorry, yeah, sorry. It's the same sorry. But there are some people, when something happens as a mistake, they're like, I'm very sorry, man. I'm so sorry that happened. It should not have. And it's the same sorry there as well. But then the impact that the second way of sorry has on our body is too much. In fact, even if we are about to get angry, because the way the person communicates that sorry to us plays a huge role in actually probably forgiving that person. That is the impact of body language. And this way of expression is a part of body language. Now, we are not here to discuss body language as a soft skill, like how it has to be used in meetings, in corporate events, or in the office. That's not our intention of today's discussion. Today's discussion is mainly focused on body language as a tool for our own emotional regulation. We observe the body language of other people and we are able to kind of gauge their emotions and their intent. Even if they mask it with the words that they use, we're able to identify. But one thing which we don't give enough importance probably to is the way our body language affects how we actually perceive our state. Simple example: when we are sitting down, if we are in a lethargic position, if we are just relaxing and we are carefree, our body language will be like that. And because of that, how we approach our work, whatever we are doing, is miles different. It's absolutely different when we approach a work or a task when we are actually a little lethargic in body language. But suppose we change the body language to something which is straight, put your shoulders up, and bring your body to the front. That experience is entirely different again. And is it easy or difficult to change this, to shift? That's something that we decide in the situation. Suppose we are lying down and we are just chilling out. We just got up and we are in no mood to come out of the bed. Imagine your boss calling at that instant. The moment you see the phone screen, your boss's name flashing, incoming call, you immediately change your posture. We get alert, we sit up, we probably widen our eyes, we freshen ourselves in an instant, and then we bring ourselves to a particular state of composure, and then we take the call. Why is that? Why can't we still take the call when we are actually lying on the bed? We don't do that because the body language when we have lied down, when we have just gotten up, is completely different from the body language that is required to have a conversation with our boss. This happens instantly. There is no training required for this. In fact, in yesterday's example I shared, if I'm having a heated argument with my spouse and I get a call from my boss or a colleague whose call I'm expecting, I immediately change my state and then take the call. But if you observed yesterday when I was telling, I also mentioned that we don't immediately take the call and start in a different emotional state. We also change our body language. In fact, probably we would even say, hey, calm down, let me relax for a few seconds and then take the call because I need to be composed when I'm talking. That's how important body language is, and that's how we see it. So, how exactly is it very important for regulation of emotion? It's not the body language that we get for a particular emotion that's the focus, but it's the emotion that we can generate because of a particular body language. We just discussed that. Suppose I'm sitting lousy, I start feeling lazy. If I feel lazy, I start sitting in a lethargic way. Of course, that cycle is there. But then, if I'm feeling lazy and I need to start feeling active, what is the quick fix that we can think of? Of course, we can think of ways how we can regulate emotions, but one of the most important ways is the body language. Suppose I'm feeling lethargic. All I need to do is stand up, straighten my shoulders, jump a little, hit the fist in the air, give a sense of feeling that I am pumped up, I am charged up, I'm going in for a war, I am going to decimate the enemy. If this is the feeling I bring inside and change my body language accordingly, then my mood automatically shifts. It starts changing. It feels so different. A few seconds before, probably we would have not been so confident. But with this body language, and you pump it up with a little bit of music, or you just close your eyes and think of that moment in that movie, your favorite movie, where the hero was about to actually attack the villain. That energy is something that we start getting because of the body language that we use. It's very difficult to feel another emotion apart from what that body language can bring. Like when we stand up, when we beat the fist, when we say yes, the energy that we derive is bound to make us feel confident in that moment. But if we sit, if we just put our shoulders down and feel lethargic, that body language will obviously result in feeling lethargic. Of course, this is by and large, there is no 100% accurate, perfect way to get out a particular emotion with a particular body language. But by and large, this is applicable and this works to a major extent. So, how is it that we can use this to actually have emotional control and emotional mastery? That's something which is what we'll be exploring today. In the next few minutes, we'll explore of various ways how we can actually regulate our emotions using body language. So, simple example we got, the moment we wake up, if we are able to actually start feeling uh, the the joy, the gratitude, the excitement, and if we stand up and if we start jumping or if we start doing something, then the mood instantly changes. It's not easy to come out of the bed with a big smile on face until and unless some good news comes. But then in a regular day-to-day scenario, all we have to do is jump out of the bed and probably do something to feel excited. And lo, we start the day with joy. We start the day with excitement. The next thing we can do, suppose we are feeling sad in life. Some news came which is very sad, sad news, or something happened which was not supposed to happen, or something that was supposed to happen didn't happen. This is a kind of sadness that we see. And for this sadness to go, a simple body language tip that we can try is to just put on a smile, a big smile. We force ourselves to smile as if something happened. And just in a matter of few seconds, we start feeling good. That's the impact of body language, especially the smile. One smile in an instance, in a situation when we are actually feeling sad or low, actually boosts us up. It makes us feel very happy, makes us feel that life is not all that bad. This is another way. Now, probably we are feeling confused. We are feeling a little irritated. Another way to change the body language is to start feeling inspired. If we just close our eyes and think of something that's inspiring, we instantly start getting that energy and we stand up. We do we project the body in such a way that that actually becomes a joy to experience. And that is what happens in that scenario with the body language shift. We lose that frustration and we lose that state of mind which is not good for us, and we enter into that confident or probably excited state as well. So something that we can be aware of uh, in general in life is the body language that we use. They say, right, when we are giving a news, if we don't have that enthusiasm, probably the person who is receiving the news will not feel it. And that's the reason body language becomes very important along with the words that we speak. And this plays a major role in emotional regulation as well. uh, we think that the emotions decide what is our how we feel and what we project in terms of body language, but the reverse is also possible. Every time I choose to change my body language, I choose to actually take control of the emotions, and that is very, very important, because many times we succumb to the emotion, to the situation, and the emotion that is a default for that particular state is what becomes quite a challenge in handling that particular emotion. So by using body language effectively, I think it makes a huge difference for us to change our emotions and slowly take control of the life that we lead the emotions that we experience. That was something I just felt like sharing today with respect to body language playing its role in emotional regulation. I hope this was helpful. Something that I didn't prepare for. I just wanted to share my experiences about body language, not from a corporate soft skill perspective, but from a day to day life perspective. Thank you so much for tuning into this. Until we meet again on Monday, thank you so much. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.